part to this story that it says in time his hair began to grow back. And if you continue to read the story, it says that Samson killed more in his death than he ever did in his life. As your heart begins to be put back together piece by piece, as we begin to forgive one pastor, another pastor is going to come and offend us. As we forgive one organization, another organization is going to come and offend us. But if we don't expose our weakness, the next time they do this to me, I'm not going to get mad. I'm going to say, I'm going to let the enemy know my weakness. And as I close, and I encourage you that, you know what, it's not always going to hurt. I've been saying lately, it's not always going to rain. The sun has to come out. It's not always going to be like this. Because in time, our hearts are going to be mended. In time, our relationships are going to be fixed. In time, our trust is going to be rebuilt. In time, our weaknesses will become our strengths. Until we get to the point where, you know what, it just doesn't bother me anymore. It just doesn't bother me. Why? Because I've kept my weakness and I've given it to God. Because what does God say? In your weakness, He is made what? Strong. And as we hand it to Him and say, Lord, this is what I struggle with. This is what messes me up. This is what makes me fall. This is what trips me upside down. This is what gets me in trouble every time. And Lord, I give it to you. Not to the Delilahs of our life, not to those that are pestering us the most, not to those that are vexing our soul, but we give it to God and say, here now, take my weakness. And as time goes by and we're rebuilt and we recover and we don't cry, you know, it starts off, babies, by crying every day. Every day you cry, every day. Why does this happen? Why do I gotta go through this? Why do I gotta feel like this? Why does this have to happen? This always happens to me. It's every time I get just something little is just taken from me. Every time I trust a new person, they break it. Every time I fall in love, they spread lies. Every time I tell somebody what I'm going through, they spread it around. But then it goes to every 2 days. You don't cry but every other day. And then a little while it goes by and it's a week. 2 weeks, and then one day you wake up and say, you know what, I'm over it. You know what, I haven't cried in so long. I'm over it. And now that you're strong, you know, I'm talking to somebody here. Now that you're strong, don't expose your weakness again. Don't do it again. Don't trust the wrong person again. Don't give it out again. Don't let him lull you to sleep again. Don't let him vex you. Don't let him come in and say, come on, just tell me. Don't be weak. Be strong. Be strong. You're going to make it. You're going to get over it. You're going to wake up one day and say, this is it. I refuse to cry again. I refuse to be a victim. It's a mistake. It's over. It's done. I've been washed in the blood. God's forgiven me. It's time to forgive myself. It's time to not be weak. It's time to be strong. Because that's what we do. We be strong. How did you make it that I was strong? How did you survive that? I was strong. How did you hold your temper and not grab him by his tie? I was strong. How did you not go home and cry after that embarrassing moment? Well, because I was strong. And then you get to a point where they no longer want to know what makes you weak, but they want to know what makes you strong. What makes you strong? Man, I want to know what makes you strong. What is was your prayer life like? What is the verse that kept you going? What was that moment in time when you got over the hill? What was it like to turn the corner? What was it like to wake up and finally say, today I'm not going to cry. Today I'm not going to miss that life. I'm not going to miss that relationship. I'm not going to miss that problem. I'm not going to miss that failure. Today I'm going to get up and I'm going to be strong. I always say you're going to miss it if you keep walking with your head down. If you keep looking at the ground, you're not going to see what God has surrounded you with. Let's be strong. Let's be strong. Don't let the enemy know your weakness. Let's pray. Let's pray. Watch this. Mom, come and stand behind Dad. Come and stand behind him and let me just